I think, what I thought of sharing is my experience about how I managed, or how I am still managing self-doubt. Because I think as an entrepreneur, that's one of the biggest challenges that you face, not external, but more internal challenge. So, I think, and I've spoken to many of my friends who are in the entrepreneurship and all of that. I know that I am not alone. And that's what, got me thinking that if I reflect back, right, what happened in the last 5 years, right, when it comes to doubting myself, doubting my confidence, how am I managing those moments? Now, if I connect the dots at a very broad level after 5 years, it comes out that it went through these 3 phases in the journey. And the first phase begins when you start the company, when you decide to take the startup plunge, and you say that, hey, to hell with everything, I am going to go and do this, right? Now that strength emanates from the fact that you are at a peak of your confidence, right? And which means that zero self-doubt, right? You just know it. This is what I'm going to do. This is exactly how it will happen. And that's what gives you that confidence to, okay, you know what, leave everything and go for it. That stays for a year and a half, Kiran, right? Because as soon as you take that plunge, without that, you will not be able to start. At least I would not be able to start. But you start and then you start getting punched, right at the nose where it hurts repeatedly. And it takes you a year and a half. For me, it took me that much time. And I'm speaking on the behalf of my partner as well, Dinesh, I don't know, right? And this not suddenly, it's again a process. And then, after in phase 2, where you enter, that becomes from the peak of confidence to the dark room, right? Where I don't know anything, right? And that's what you keep doubting yourself in any small, big decisions, doesn't matter. It's just that I don't know. I'm probably, not the right person, and so many different negative things keeps coming. And in this phase, Kiran, at least what happened with me was I started looking at others and started believing that people around me are smarter than me. And it doesn't matter who I'm looking into. I mean, anyone around me, is smarter. I am the dumbest. And, I will go and let's ask others. They know the answers to my questions. Right? And that's the phase 2 that I went through. Again, it lasts for a year, couple of years, maybe. Again, depends on the entrepreneur or the journey. But at the end, you realize that, hang on, no one knows anything. Right? And I'm saying this not in a negative sense. I'm saying this more in a positive sense, because you go and talk to people, mentors, investors, influencers, subject matter experts. They are all trying to help me in the right spirit. But then my problem is my problem. It's hard for them to relate to my problem and give the solution that I need, right? So don't take it in the negative sense when I say no one knows anything. But the fact is, I come back, there is contradictions, 2 people saying yes, 2 people saying no, which one? And it doesn't help. And then I thought that I came into the stage 3, where it dawned on me that, I have to figure this out, right? And no one knows anything. I've already tried it out. So it's up to me to figure this out. And this entire belief or notion, Kiran, that there is a supreme power upstairs. I'm talking about, spiritual power, right? There is a supreme power who is with me at all times, and directions are coming from there, and I am okay, because, I am safe, because he is there with me. And hard for me to express, when it happened. It's not one incident that happened. I don't even remember when it happened, but then the mental model shifted into that phase, where you start getting that confidence back. And then you don't, you don't think too much about things going wrong before you decide, so what? And your decision, it shouldn't be this, but he will show me the way, right? And when that thought comes in, it just calms your nerves down. I am out of that dark room in an instant. Whenever I go in an instant, I am bouncing back. And that's essentially what, and even today it continues, right? So I think in a nutshell, that is what I wanted to share. That's how I do it even today. And I think being in this phase 3 feels good. It calms you down. And once you are calmed down, then I think things do happen. We offer a digital shopping assistant that helps retail brands sell more faster. And in this capacity, we work with some of the largest and best retail, e-commerce, consumer good companies around the world. So, for example, we work with AkzoNobel or Dulux Paints across 20 countries. We work with Himalaya Wellness across their e-commerce and other channels. Work with Danone, one of the world leaders in foods category, and the likes. In summary, it is about taking the product data, building knowledge base of questions, answers that consumers can ask, and then taking this knowledge base using conversational AI or shopping assistant across channels. And from the conversations, while questions are automated and conversions go up for our customers, the other aspect is also about looking into the demand signals that are hidden in these conversation transcripts and pulling out customer insights and giving it back to the retail brand so that they can improve their business.